All right, so maybe I'm live. We'll find out. There's a 4K UHD stuff going on at Chef Factory, and I wanted to talk about that, but I wanted to do it old school. So what does that mean exactly? That means we're using OBS. We're using Streamlabs right now for this video, and because I want to get a bit more techy. We're going to be looking into this, and hopefully we get some people come in so we can test the chat box to make sure that we're getting some chat up here, and we'll be able to see if we're getting some comments. Because that's the only way we're going to know is if I see your guys' messages popping up on the screen, then I know that the chat is working and we are going good with what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find it here and hope that I am available on and I appear to be. So there's a couple people there. If there's anybody there right now, say hi. Let me know that you're here, and we're gonna look at this sale. I'm gonna look at the sale anyway. There's some pretty cool. I love this like limited edition steelbook for Point Break. I really do. I think it's super cool. But let's dive into this. What I want to do is I want to know. Like, so I'm using my old computer. So this, we're kicking it old school. This is not my newer computer. This is not my MacBook, which is what I normally use. So I'm not sure if the picture quality is going to be quite as good. But for those that ever wonder what I use when I'm doing these videos, normally. So this is my editing computer, which I'm actually filming on right now. This here is my MacBook. I have the Air because I like to travel with it, and that way if I'm making videos, I'm in another country, Canada or Paris or England or Spain or wherever, I can actually just, it's thin and it's light and I can take it with me. But I need somebody to say something. I need some conversation. I'm gonna have to converse myself to see if anything pops up on the screen. So let's do that. I'm gonna say hey. Hey y'all. And there we go. So we do have the ability to see conversation on the screen, which is good. And hopefully you can hear me okay. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to just turn up my sound. See how I sound. To see conversation on the screen, which is there we go. So there's 7 days, 15 hours, 10 minutes, and 36, 35, 34 seconds left on the sale. And will this be the only sale that I'm going to today? I don't know. Hey there, Kristen. Welcome, man. I am kicking it old school today. I'm using my old Snowball mic. I have two Snowball Blue mics, a black one and a white one. This one here that I'm using right now, I actually got after I bought the black one, brand new at Best Buy. I was at my local Value Village, and I just spent like full price for a black Snowball mic, and I'm walking along. And I see this here, this white one. And I'm like, are you serious? I just bought one. So I figure it's an older one. Maybe it won't work. But you guys let me know. You guys let me know if you can hear me okay. Hopefully you can. Now, there is a bunch of stuff here. What is these? I love that question. What does Screen Factory like to put out in the future? Like everybody else, I want that Nightmare on Elm Street set. I want the Scream Factory to get the chance to be able to do the Nightmare on Elm Street set. There were musings of it being something that was going to be done before, and I had heard things myself a couple years back that that something had been being worked on, but it got the kibosh put on it. And thank you. So I really want the Nightmare on Elm Street set, and there's certain ones that I want because we're getting upgrades like of a lot of titles, and I get it. Like people are going into 4K. We're looking at 4K sale here, obviously. So there's a lot of stuff people want to see, like either want upgraded or it's just one of their favorite films want to have it, or maybe they never got the Shout Factory, Scream Factory edition before. It's kind of a print, and they're getting the 4K edition because now it's 4K TVs are getting cheap. It's getting. I just wish 4K players would get a little bit cheaper because I think that's the only thing stopping us with going any farther with this. But I want to see some different stuff come out from Scream Factory. I do want to see the Nightmare on Elm Street box set. I would really love to see them do a version of that, like they did with their Halloween set and like with their Friday the 13th set. But there's a ton of stuff that's not out. There's a movie called Iced, and it stars. One of the stars is the girl who played Wednesday Addams, like the original, not Jenna Ortega, but the original Wednesday back in the day in the old TV series, right? And it's a slasher film, and she's an adult, so like she's hey there, Rafe. She's grown up to be a very sexy lady. You see much of her nice, and I just dug that film. I was with my dad, and we're watching it on one of those kind of streaming sites, which you see on like Roku that you find in the middle of the night when you're just kind of like going through and you're trying to find something different to watch, something that's not going to be on Tubi or something that's not going to be on like Netflix, and that's what you hope for. So I take a little drink. I apologize. My cat's attacking my leg. Hey there, kitty. But that's what I want to see. I want to see different stuff like that. Like I think we've got the shot and video stuff covered from like TerraVision and now the new line coming out from what's it, the Gasser that comes out from Vinegar Syndrome. So I think that 80s, 90s, and maybe like going into 2000s horror is where we should be looking at for Scream Factory, because that's what it is. Like it was a company that like literally became what it was based on the fact that come on, sweetheart, come on. Based on the fact that it was your 80s like and afterwards kind of 70s kind of horror feed. It fed that nostalgia factor. Those films that you watched when you were younger, those John Carpenter movies that you saw, those things you saw at your local Blockbuster, your local mom and pop shop, the horror films, the action films, and then it kind of like it branched out to the Shout Select titles, and we got more comedy, more dramas and stuff, which we're looking at here actually right now. So I'd like to see them kind of dive into that. Like we're in the year 2024, almost 2025 now. So I think we're at the point where 2000s nostalgia is a thing. It's 24 years ago. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we're looking at. I want to see movies like The Pool, which is a slasher film, German maybe. I can't remember what country it's from now, but I remember the Artisan put it out years ago, and there was an old Artisan DVD, and that's what. So I want to see stuff like that. If that that helps, that's the stuff I want to see. Stuff that we're not seeing out there. I want to see, as crappy as it is, I want to see April Fool's Day, the remake. Okay, I want to see that get a good edition, because I think that there is enough people out there that would buy that actually. Autopsy, like 1 and 2. Remember the Autopsy films? Became it like I think the early 2000s, late 90s. I'm pretty sure it's that. Maybe it's my volume is low. Let me just see what is. Let me check my volume here on my microphone. Hello. Okay, it looks like the volume should be okay. I'm gonna hit the mic here. I'm gonna put it up a bit, and you tell me if it's good, okay? How does that sound? So I'm gonna lower the desktop audio. I'm going to raise the mic audio by quite a bit. So Vince, hopefully that's helped out. One of the neat things here is if that worked, German Austrian media books are so. I am down with the media books now, man. I'm so into media books right now. I went to Paris, like you guys know. Went into Metaluna. I went to Gilbert Joseph, and Fnac, of course, and all those places like they carry media books. Great, thanks. I do like the fact that although the picture quality wouldn't be as good because I don't have a webcam on it right now, it doesn't matter because I'm doing like a site viewing. But I like the fact that I can really kind of like utilize different aspects of this right here. So I don't have a put in here because I'm not going for like if anybody wants to donate a super chat, wonderful, great, I appreciate it. As long as you enjoy the video, that's the most important thing. Like, share, subscribe, all that kind of jazzy stuff. That I can actually, if I want to, put like a ticker and all that type of stuff. Say if I'm doing like a big donation night, if I'm doing a all night thing, or I'm just doing like a kind of just want to put like different things in and people subscribe and stuff like that. That's it's kind of fun to be able to put that stuff in there. But yeah, hopefully that helps, and hopefully I want to thank everybody for letting me know with the sound and stuff like that, because I'm working on one that I haven't done in a while. So what I'm doing right now is, and what I want to see, Mr. Lil Grizu is trying to. No, you cannot eat that. You're gonna electrocute yourself, kitty. I was doing the literally, I almost stepped on a little guy's tail. Point Break is such a good movie. It shouldn't be though, right? Like, Brandon, it should not be. Like, you're getting a description of a film. You say, okay, it's got Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze, and there's going to be surfers, and they're going to rob banks, and there's going to be a scene with the Richard Nixon mask, and you're like thinking, well, that's questionable entertainment, right? And then you watch it, and it's so good. I mean, it makes you wonder, like, when you just like hear like a base like description of a film, like synopsis, like how do things get past like that stage? Because if if you're in a boardroom and somebody comes in, I want to make this movie, and it's going to be like surfers that are robbing banks. So I guess you get those names. That's when you got to get a Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves, right, to get that done. Frontline Assembly Board. I did not. What is the Frontline Assembly Board? I do apologize. I have not. Forgot about the mask. Yeah, the masks are like it's a big thing on like with their new Steelbook, right? They got the big like Richard Nixon mask thing. Such an iconic mask, right? The Richard Nixon mask. I remember. I think was Horror House on Highway 5. Early Villinger Syndrome title, right? And the killer in the movie was Richard Nixon mask. It's a really weird film. Like, it was one of those like kind of limited edition ones. I liked it. I really liked it. So if you've never seen it, you get a chance to check it out. Like, definitely check it out. I like to see some of those early like Vinegar Syndrome titles that are no longer available. I love to see those come back. Somebody pick up some of those early titles, especially that type of stuff. Well, there's a lot of good titles here. I mean, like, we got like Escape from New York, The Dead Zone, The Blob, JFK. Canadian rock band named Evans Blue. I don't think I do. I have a friend, Rafe, that is a massive music guy. Didn't he have Rich and Mitch and Friends? I think they did in Friends. I'd have to go back. I haven't seen the Friends of Eddie Coyle in years, Brandon. But I think what it comes down to a lot is that kind of the Nixon figure became so iconic, and that kind of masked it, right? For different reasons, but well, we're looking at the 4K sale that's going on at Show Factory right now. Talking about some other stuff as well. I mentioned some Vinegar Syndrome. I mentioned Richard Nixon. I remember, was it Nixon or Reagan? Reagan was like Alex P. Keaton's favorite president. Speaking of presidents, we got JFK movie here, $32.49 for the 4K edition of that. That's actually not bad. Actually, collector's edition there. So we're diving into. I got a bite here. I just noticed it. Did you watch the 1994 SFW? Yes, I did. I like that actually. Now here we got the first big steelbook we're going to see is They Live. A limited edition steelbook here. Of course, Halloween. Now, you should know that originally all these Halloween films came in these hard boxes. But a lot of the newer ones that you buy now have a regular slipcover and don't have that hard box. So because it was only the Halloweens and like Elvira's Haunted Hills and a couple other films that you had that kind of like that side loading slip, hard box flip, right? And then I don't know if I'm happy about a Trek because it means that they're putting it out on its own, right? And this is my issue with Nightmare on Elm Street coming out in 4K. It's coming out regular. I don't, and I'm glad it's coming out in 4K, but I would much prefer we got a box set. You know? And I feel that the owners of a Nightmare on Elm Street franchise are the only ones. They're the only holdouts. It's happened for Friday 13th. It happened for Halloween. But Nightmare on Elm Street guys are like, no, we'll do it ourselves. But what the unfortunate part of that is that means we're going to get a 4K transfer. And unless I'm wrong, and I could be wrong, we're going to get the same features that we've seen before. And nothing new. And I know that we need something new. Hold on. Hey, it's on. Sorry about that. The cat's knocked over something. See, I want that, but I want more. I want more on them. I'm greedy. I'm a greedy little guy. I want some features. I want some documentaries. I want some featurettes. I want to see some other stuff on these here releases. I want to see new. I want to see the complete Freddy's Nightmares series. I want to see like 2 or 3 episodes. I want to see the complete series. I want to see the entire thing out. And that's those are some of the things I want to see. If they wanted, like, I don't know. He is. I mean, like, he's gone right over to the other spot again. Like, I literally scared him off once. Like, I know he's doing it on purpose. At the end of the day. This on. This on. Down. Down. This on. I'll tell you, man. They know. They know. They know I'm doing stuff. But yeah. Here, do you want to excite me? You want to do something? Want to do something different, and cool? People are gonna hate this. Here's my idea. This is what I would do as a marketing guy. So there's Freddy's the Nightmares TV series. Right, it lasted 2 seasons. Okay, 2 seasons. How about now? Hold me, like, hold me. Just bear with me. So they put out, how many Nightmare on Elm Street movies are there right now? There's 6, 7 films plus Freddy vs. Jason. I guess we could include. It's more Nightmare than Friday 13th. I'm sure now. And of course, there's a remake. All right, so we got 9 films, right? So let's say that they release them all, okay, on 4K. And as a bonus, with each of these 9 films, right? We have like 2 or 3 Blu-ray discs, right? Mariska Hargitay was in an episode. Yeah, she was. Oh, she is so gorgeous. To this very day, she is gorgeous, man. And they've got like, and when you buy them all, you can like get this case from your 4K and put them into its own Freddy's Nightmare Season 1, Freddy's Nightmare Season 2. See, I like that idea. And it comes from, I'm a collector of not just movies, and you guys know I collect movies, I collect comic books, I collect board games and video games. What a lot of you don't. I collect toys, figures, action stuff. I collect way too many things. And I remember back in the day, I'd get these Marvel action figures, sometimes DC, right? And you'd have like a part, like an arm or a leg or a head or something of a figure. And if you bought the entire set, right? Then you put it together, and oh look, you made Galactus, or you made like Thanos, you made like some other like bonus action figure if you own them all. So what if you did that for Freddy's Nightmares? If you just went and said, oh, okay, Friday the 9th. Horrible idea, probably, but you know, I think it's interesting. It gives you a lets you get excited about collecting about all of them. Some people are going to would hate that because they may want the series and they may not want all the films. but you know, thanks. But you know, it's something different. I like to think outside the box. Hence why I'm doing a video like this today. All right. People are asking why don't I want to have people in today, or why Malcolm's not here, or why Jason or Brian or anybody else isn't here. It's because I'm not on StreamYard. I'm on Streamlabs, and haven't worked out having people in on this one yet. That's new. I was a massive fan of Silver Bullet, so I loved the story. Cycle of the Werewolf, obviously Stephen King. I'm Canadian, and I went to the same school for a little bit that Megan Follows went to when I was very young. And she would have been very young. She would probably be making me maybe Matt and Jenny at the time. So Megan Follows is a Canadian actress. She became famous for things like Anne of Green Gables, right? But she's the star here of Silver Bullet. And Gary Busey is like so good as the uncle in this film. Like he's kind of like he's the cool uncle. Hey, Mike, welcome, man. And he's the boozy uncle, but he's that cool boozy uncle, you know. So I like Gary Busey's character in this movie. I love the movie Silver Bullet. I'm a werewolf movie fan, and this tends to be one that I do go back to. I love the bad guy in this one, and the werewolf design. Some people didn't like it. I actually really liked it. Actually, no, I'm waiting to watch that on the weekend. Actually, so Christian Hanna, by the way, guys, is Planet CHH. And he's consistent with his videos, really good videos, by the way. And so he did an interview with Cliff, and I'm excited to watch that. But I know it's a little longer, and then some of his videos, which can run like 15-20 minutes. I know because I watch him he's one of those guys that I regularly watch, and I want to watch it the weekend, so I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for that. And tonight we're watching X-Men 97, episode 9. So I'm a fan of Christians. I love to have them on the channel, and have them. You know, I think we've been doing stuff for quite a while. Around the same time. I think maybe me and Christian may have started at similar times. I might be a little bit older than Christian, but he's been around for a bit too. He's like one of the. I can't remember because it wasn't always Planet CHH. Planet CHH was the rebranding that I think worked well. I can't imagine him doing an interview that's bad. So, you know, understand. Summer Party Massacre, Summer Party Massacre 2, yes, everybody should own this. I should own this. I don't have this. I have, though, to be fair, I have the DVD trilogy, the Summer Party Massacre trilogy that came out under the Roger Corman Collection banner. I have the out-of-print Blu-ray that Scream Factory put out for Summer Party Massacre 2 and 3. Was it 1 and 2? 2 and 3, right? 2 and 3. Yes, 2 and 3. And I just need to get this one right here. This 4K for Summer Party Massacre 1 and 2. Why isn't 3 here? Why don't we have 3? Pumpkinhead's a classic. It's like Pumpkinhead is like one of those. You're sitting around a campfire, telling stories. What's the name of the Christina Ricci movie? Oh, Cursed. That film was truly cursed, which is a shame because what a good cast. And I'm unabashed fan of Cursed. I like it. I do. I also like the other one that he did that gets crapped on all the time. We got Exorcist 3 here, one of the best jump scares. Nightbreed. Everybody knows how much I love Nightbreed. Everybody knows my Nightbreed video, right? So I showed my new Scream Factory video. Prana. As much as I'd like to upgrade Prana to 4K as well, it's again another case of me having the DVD Corman edition and the Blu-ray Corman edition. when people talk about like remakes or reboots or retoolings, like, oh, I can't believe they're doing that. Oh, what a horrible thing. Like, look at things like Evil Dead. I think I would love to have Stay Tuned. That's such a cool film. The fact that the stuff we're getting now, do you know what I want? You know the movie that I really, really want? That that hasn't got a good edition. That I'd love to have see a 4K. And I think I kind of want Umbrella to do it. Because I think Umbrella could probably do the best version because of their Super Mario and Il and stuff like that. But Dick Tracy. So I'm of that age. That I grew up like I was in college when Dick Tracy came out. Had the soundtrack, collected all the stickers and those Hostess Potatoes chips. I went to theater, I watched it like 2 or 3 times in theater with Warren Beatty and Madonna, and it's incredible cast, so colorful. So Stay Tuned and Dick Tracy. Those are two wants, two high wants for me. Stay Tuned. I remember watching on VHS. I didn't get to see that in the theater. I don't know about any controversies. I would have to look it up. Stay tuned. Hey, Raj. Cousin. Stay tuned. What country should be for Stay Tuned? Isn't that the John? That's John Ritter, right? Because I'm sure that's the one that I. China Moon and Color of Night. Yeah, John Ritter, Pam Dauber. I can't see any controversy for that. I know Jeffrey Jones was in it, but he was in like a lot of movies, unfortunately. But but you're not gonna like get rid of the movies because like the dude played a part in it. He played a part in the original Beetlejuice too. So yeah, I don't think that will be the reason for it. Like we've got lots of movies out there with Jeffrey Jones on it. If anything, it might be rights issues with music and all that type of stuff, but we'll eventually get it. I think Dick Tracy will be harder. Well, Jeffrey Jones was a creepy dude. Like, it takes the whole Ferris Bueller and puts it into a different perspective when he's trying to get that teenage boy. It does, man. But it doesn't take away from the fact that everybody else in that film did great stuff. He's just like a one small portion of it. I need the Black Christmas 4K. It's a cool one. And I probably should have it because I am like the ultimate Black Christmas guy. I think there's certain movies that if you watch my channel enough, you're going to associate with me. And you'll associate Black Christmas with me. And you'll probably like associate some of the weirder like Vineyard, like Night Train to Terror, Halloween Ends. Yeah, well, the only way you can get it, Vince, if it's still available, I think it's still available, is from the UK. So I have the UK second set edition, the steelbook edition. of Return of the Living Dead, and that has all the original music. Now, when Scream Factory put it out, they tried to clear as much. They tried to clear as much as they could. To get it all out, but they couldn't get it all. They couldn't get all the music. It's available. It's out there. That movie's out there. You can still get it. Recently, the store in Paris, Metaluna, they had like they had at least one or two copies of like the steelbook come into their into the used section, and that had the original music on it. Can we get the original Dawn of the Dead on 4K? I mean, Second Sight put it out. And it's been hard getting a release here in well, not here. I'm closer to where Second Sight's at right now. It's hard. It's been easier. It's easier getting release over here, because I live close to Europe. Hey, Gina, welcome, man. But I think I'll check out the website. Like, what you need to do when you're doing your videos, you need to like link that down, or link the new website. There's like rights issues, I think, for the Dawn of the Dead over here in over North America, where I'm initially from, and it's taken longer. I mean, it's taken longer for Dawn of the Dead, but I really, one of my biggest like things that my biggest gripes, the biggest thing that I regret is I regret not picking up Dawn of the Dead from Second Sight when they put it in nice edition. It was a bit pricier, but was it worth it? Yes, it was 100% worth it. It was so well done. By the way, let me know, guys, if you like the way this format is going, if you're okay with the way things are coming up on the screen with that kind of translucent looking like text box, scroll box there, so you can see what's on the screen. I wanted to do it this way because when I do a video off from StreamYard, some will happen is if people watch it afterwards, because not everybody watches this live, right? They'll watch it later, and I'm referencing something or someone, unless I go out of my way to like actually like put that comment on the screen. Often I have people that have come in that have never been in before, right? And they'll say, well, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know, where's the reference to that at? Because they don't see the chat unless you got the chat up on there on the side, which not everybody does. I don't do it when I'm watching other videos. Then this is just a different way to be able to do that. But yeah, there's still like a good portion of the soundtrack. It's not a lot that you're missing in the Return of the Living Dead. You know, there's a bit, but it's not a lot. I was never a massive World War Z fan, so Species I like. Well, Species I'm biased to, because the girl that stars in Species, she grew up close to me. I lived in Cowhead, and she lived around 35 minutes away. I was older, so she was a kid when I used to go down to watch the hockey games in Daniels Harbor. Now, Prince of Darkness, again. Hey, Film Watcher. Welcome, dude. Prince of Darkness is another favorite of mine. I saw this in the theater with my dad, right? Because someone says he owns the rights. Oh, I hate that. Well, look how long it took to get like the Morrissey films, right? Like Flesh of Frankstown, Blood of Dracula, or to get Martin, man, to get Martin come out on a decent release. And still, that second set, that's a UK release. We haven't got. I don't think we've got a good release. Um, for Martin North America, have we? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the only thing we got is like it's a DVD, kind of a sketchy DVD. It's not a great DVD because I know because they own it. So I paid a bit for that DVD actually, not a bit, like regular price, from $20 type thing. I haven't seen a new episode yet, so don't say anything yet. But I'm waiting for my better half. She's at work. Tonight we're gonna watch it together. I had my my daughter reach out to me and say that, Dad, you gotta watch the episode. It's an amazing episode. Okay, kitty cat, you really had to be very careful. Oh, that hurt. My cat comes up around here, and she sometimes I'm making videos, and I won't notice till afterwards. But she'll get behind my computer, and I'm not sure if it's the heat from the computer or something like that. But she'll get behind my computer, and I'll be finishing the video, and I'll look around, and I'll say, "Where did she go? What happened to her?" And she'll be asleep right behind the computer. She'll be kind of curled up asleep behind the computer. Now, I'm not sure how easy it is for this one because I'm using the Nitro, which is a massive computer. It's sumo like my MacBook Air, which is smaller. So much stuff that should be on, like, out there that's not. And it's always like it's rights issues. It's either music. Music tends to be a lot of it, right? Music tends to be like a big thing. Music, or somebody owns the rights and just won't. Russ Meyer is a perfect example. So, for those that don't know, I'm a massive Russ Meyer fan, and I got the Russ Meyer Arrow set, the big one. But once Russ Meyer passed, the people that owned rights to his films, they stopped Arrow from, like, Arrow had to immediately cancel the Russ Meyer set. It was like, bam, it was gone. No more. If you could find it online, you're lucky. You're lucky SOB. And I didn't know. I bought it like when it was on sale. It was like $20 about on sale. And it was about a week or two later that the rights were gone, and Arrow was saying we can't sell this movie anymore. None of them. And people say, hey, were you going to upgrade the Russ Meyer set down the road? Are you going to do a Blu-ray? Nowadays, people say, hey, Russ Meyer going to come out on 4K? And it's not anytime soon, not unless either something drastic happens, because the people that have the rights, to it, from what I've heard. Now, again, this is second-hand, third-hand information. People that have the rights to Russ Meyer films really are holding tight to them. For waiting for that overly big payday. And you'll see, like, online, people, they'll be selling copies of Russ Meyer films on Blu-ray, and the sketchier copies. Not, actually company-done, well-done ones, but ones that the people themselves have kind of put together. Probably like a burn-on-demand type of thing. 64 for the Halloween set here. I think it's a good price for it. So you're looking like around like 20 odd bucks each, plus, the case, which nobody cares about. The case is kind of a thin case. My cat almost blocked somebody. I kid you not. She walked along my iPad, and where the comments are at, there's a pop. Yes, that guy's a dick. I was gonna say. There's so much of that stuff. Like, I could do an entire video on, like, stuff that, and I'll do a video in the future on stuff that has not yet been released, and that need releases. I'll do up a list. What I'll do is I'll do up a list. I'll set it up, and we'll do like a whole video, on that, because I think it's a good topic, something to chat about. For those that are wondering where I've been recently, because I haven't been online as much as or I haven't done as many videos. This is a kind of a newer one. Well, I've been working on a lot of stuff and for the channel. So I'm hoping to have in a few weeks more of an announcement on some stuff that I'm working on, and just to let's just say we want to open up things a bit. A lot of stuff being worked on behind the scenes, whether it's like new merchandising stuff, or whether it's kind of like pre-tape videos that I'm editing, or whether it's something very different than that. Yeah, there's a lot. We got a lot to talk about. Trust me. Well, we're gonna have a lot to talk about, guys. And hopefully you like it, because putting a lot of work into something. The Burning. What was I watching? Because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the guy from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, right? Is in The Burning. And there's a lot of extras in The Burning, but one of the main guys. One of my favorites. You know, I'd like to see more of this. There's certain movies I want to see get some upgrades, and The Burning is definitely one of those titles. It's that I like. It's got an upgrade. That I like that titles like that. Adjacent, Burning adjacent. I'm a slasher movie fan. The original Fog. The one. Did anybody? I want to just. We got 8 people here right now, which I'm sure you've all hit that like button, right? Just saying. Did anybody like the remake of the Fog? Anybody? Did you find anything remotely good? I didn't find anything. I can usually find something good with anything. But I really, really, truly hated the remake of the Fog. Did anybody like it? Because I would like to find somebody that actually liked it, or liked it enough that this I like. At least I like this about it. Because that's that's always a thing with me. I gotta say, overall, even though this is at the picture in the front and the top there. Hey, Simone, welcome, man. Is a small. I'm glad the picture in top is small, because it's like I'm doing this on my. I think this is probably like a 720p picture, if that. On the card there. Simone, I gotta get you on this channel soon, by the way. I'm working on some stuff that I want to talk to you about, actually. Not in here, but we will talk sometime soon. Did you buy any of this stuff though? Simone, did you pick up any of these releases? Now, Midnight Run, again, I love the film. It's a classic. I bought the Shout Select Blu-ray when it initially came out. Streets of Fire is one that I'm so glad it's out. But if anybody ever said, "Hey, is there a movie that you don't think is ever going to come out?" Streets of Fire would have been it, because of the music. Army Darkness is here. The Craft is here. I love The Craft. Magnificent Seven's one of my favorite westerns of all time. So, Gino, you want to see what type of westerns I like? Right here. I've watched this movie so many times. So many times. Sat down with my oldest daughter, and we sat down and watched Magnificent Seven. She loved it. My Bloody Valentine. I have to get. I've still got to get footage. I've moved away from that area, but I'm going back. I'm going to visit my cousin Raj when I go back. And I want us to go out and get some footage. So if he sees this video. Oh, Starman. Well, that set there, the one you're talking about, that only came out in February. If you're talking about the Starman from the Columbia Classics, I know because they sent it to me. So the release date for Columbia Classics Volume 4 was February the 13th, 2024. And that was the one where they kind of focused in on relationships, different types of relationships. People said romance at first, but not so much romance as it was, relationships overall. Hence, Kramer versus Kramer being in there. But I would say that give it time. It'll definitely come out. I'll reach out to Sony, see if I can get any information out for you. I got a couple agents that I talked to from there. I don't overly get a lot or do a lot with Sony per se. I would like to do more with them. It's just I'll be honest, it takes time. Like people were coming on and putting in that box set, and I'm like, people are unboxing that box set so quickly and putting on online, and I'm like, I want to, I got sent this, it's an expensive box set, and so I'm going to take the time. I'm going to hopefully it came across. I want to do it right, so I went through all the features. I had to watch it from afar, which made it even harder, and I spent like about a month working on that video, and when I finally got all the assets together, it took about 14 hours to edit it all together. So if you haven't seen my Columbia Classics Volume 4 video, please check it out. I spent a long time on it because if a company sends me something like that, I want to be able, and it's something that's going to be that pricey for somebody to go and pick up. Then I want to say, okay, I want to be able to hit every tick. And say, okay, here's all the special features. Here's why you should or shouldn't get it. Here's what I think the audio. Here's what I think the video. Here's what I think the film. And I've been trying to upgrade my my videos, my reviews, my unboxings that way. So what you saw with the Columbia Classics Volume 4, expect to see more of that. And I'll tie that in with short versions of it, like I did with so if you're following me on TikTok, for instance, I know Simon Davis, that you'll see that I took all 4 volumes of the Sony Classics one, and I did short TikToks, showing each of the films, showing all their special features, just under 2 minutes. You watch the TikTok, okay, that's the movies. Here's all the features that are on it. Within 2 minutes, Some things are harder to find, and it's always going to matter with the assets and stuff like that too. That's always a killer part. You have to understand. It's some stuff it's out there, but how well is it out there? Thank you, SimDave. You're a sim, man. You actually SimDave's got a better TikTok game. He's got a way better TikTok game. I'm still getting used to it. Freaky, I liked a lot. Yeah. I've had the modern ones. I like Freaky. I like Catherine Newton. And I think Vince Vaughn is underrated, man. Red Dawn, I saw this when I was a kid, man. Do you know, Red Dawn was one of those movies that they showed in school. So, yeah, one day our teacher, comes in. So it's one of those days you're in school, right? And your teacher, Dave, you guys remember this? Wheels in that old CRT TV set with the VCR attached to it. And it's going to be one of two things. Either it's your teacher's putting on a movie because it goes in with the stuff that they want to talk about, or and here I'll give you my TikTok handle down here. By the way, guys, for those that don't know it. That's my TikTok handle. And so the teacher comes in and we're like, okay, this is either going to be a mentally scarring birth movie, or it's going to be the teacher just said, hey, I'm kind of, I'm burnt out. Let's watch a movie. Luckily, it was the latter, and so he came in. He said, put the movie in, and so I got up and we got the movie put on. And it was Red Dawn, and we sat down and watched it in class. It was a lot of fun. Red Dawn, I remember what did in class, and we did Superman 2 in class once too, actually. Anybody remember those days, like when a movie comes out in class? You're like, oh yes, this movie day in class. Happy Death Day, the first one I really liked. The second one, yeah, I'd buy it, but on sale. Last Detail's a great one. Man, There Unmasked I really, really liked. That's the thing. Interesting. I'm okay with like live action versions of like Disney films because people get upset, right? They get like people lose their freaking minds on this about these films. Like, oh my God, there's a live action Little Mermaid. Like, it didn't take the place here, Little Mermaid. It's still there, right? It's still available. It's not like they put it the new one and all of a sudden, now that we've got a live action version of the film, all copies of that animated one are going to automatically dissipate. So yeah, I'm okay. Stuff like that. Halloween, yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween didn't take away the original Halloweens. Both of them still exist and have their fans. We got Child's Play 2 here, which is one of my favorite Child's Play ones. Dog Soldiers. I will always recommend Dog Soldiers. Such a good movie. Cat People. Natasha Kinski looking so absolutely like stunning in this. And Annette O'Toole too is absolutely gorgeous in this film. And I think McDowell is probably at one of his best spots with this film. Definitely one of his best spots. There's Happy Birthday to You. It better be cheap. Yeah. I think for me, Happy Birthday to You is a $10 film on 4K. Because I was okay with it. I want to have all of them. But it's not like Happy Birthday, Happy Death Day, right? That would be, Halloween 4 again. Probably no slipcover for the newer ones like that. I would love to see more of the animated stuff come out from Disney, by the way. Like, where the hell is my frigging Fillmore? Like, where's Fillmore at? I want Fillmore. It's not even streaming, man. Is there a reason we don't have Fillmore out there? For those who don't know, Fillmore is an animated series, one of the early ones that Disney put out, and it is about like this kid named Fillmore, and he solves mysteries in his school, in his junior high, elementary school. I can't remember. I think it's junior high, and he has like a kind of a sidekick character, and it's done like. For those, a lot of you guys are not going to know what I'm talking about with the next phrase, but if you're old enough to remember, there was a whole bunch of like detective shows came on back in the 70s with Quinn Martin, and they'd come like chapter 1, and then the second half, like chapter 2, like it's a Quinn Martin production, and they always have names on like chapter 1, Destiny, Date with Death, and chapter 2, Destiny Fulfilled, stuff like that. Anyway, so Fillmore used to make fun of that aspect of it, kind of pay homage to it, which is kind of crazy because most people watching Fillmore wouldn't have known where the hell those references were from. But then again, I do love that fact. I gotta check. I think some of the screens cut off here for you guys. Let's go to window capture. See if I can actually move this over just a wee bit. There we go. Did that work? I do not know. We'll see. Krampus fun. Halloween 5. I don't care what people say. I like it. I like me some Halloween 5. Character is not half so annoying as people said she is. I never really thought Mathilda May looked like that. Wallet show. I'm going to just see. Yeah, she kind of does. Not sure if you can see that or not, but I just went over to Mathilda May. And she does look like it. She does have a Haley Atwell look. Haley Atwell is gorgeous, man. I was never big in the Death Wish film. Not at all, actually. I didn't think it was a well done film at all. Company Wolves I loved. This is something that I want to see out there. I want to see this in more people's collections. I want to see this in my collection. Company Wolves is such a good film. Dead Silence is way more fun than people give it credit for. But I think with that, like, this is a shorter video, but I think I'm going to end it here for today. And we'll do another one. I want to play around with this here. Let me know if you're watching this live or if you're watching this not live. Then let me know if you like this format, if this is okay, if you like the idea of the text, the translucent text box, of us kind of like being able to go like this. And eventually, as I'm I can get like another person in for this one. I just gotta like work on it a little bit more. So there's some big stuff coming up. One of her friends said they kind of tricked Mathilde and did tell her she was gonna be that naked. Oh yeah, she really. Oh man, they did the same thing to what's her name? To in Halloween 2, right? Howling 2. In Howling 2. Oh man, poor Sybil Danning. Good for us, poor Sybil Danning. Anyway, thanks for watching. My name is Aaron. I do apologize for this one going a bit scattershot all over the place, but I didn't think this was going to work. Is the truth of the matter. So this was a very much kind of off the cuff type of video, and I'll be a bit more structured next time. But I kind of dig this, so we'll do more. Talk to you later, and let me know what movies you get from the Shout Factory sale. We're going to be doing a live video really soon, and there's a new pre-tape coming up. If you haven't, please go to my Patreon. You don't have to be signed up. You don't have to have money. Be like, if you want to join my Patreon, I truly appreciate it. You're going to be a paid Patreon member, but even if you're not, you can go in for free, and you can go. We're doing like a poll for the Columbia Classics. We're like ranking them all, and next week I'm going to be doing a video, a whole ranking video of all 24 Columbia Classics, letting you know what films were where they're ranked from 24 to number 1. Then I'll be able to tell you which box set, according to all of you guys out there, ranks number 1. So make sure to check that out, because remember, you can go into my Patreon. You don't have to sign up or anything like that. You don't have to. There's nothing behind a paywall. You just go in, you comment down below, you do your ranking, and next week I put all the rankings together. Then I once I get that done, then we got a big video. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon, and thanks for coming in. But for me,